You know the feeling well. It starts as a tightness in the chest or a sudden heat rising in your neck. Something happens that disrupts your flow. A car cuts you off in traffic. A colleague sends a dismissive email. A friend forgets a promise. In that split second, the narrative forms in your mind. You feel disrespected. You feel targeted. You feel that this person has done this specifically to you, perhaps because they do not care, or worse, because they enjoy your frustration. The anger feels righteous. It feels necessary. It feels like a shield protecting your dignity. But does this anger serve you, or is it merely a heavy stone you have chosen to carry? Let us drift away from the noise of the city for a moment. Close your eyes and imagine a different setting. Imagine a wide, slow-moving river covered in the mist of early morning. The air is cool and damp. There is no sound of engines or sirens, only the rhythmic lapping of water against wood. You are sitting in a small boat. You are crossing this river to get to the other side, where your day's work awaits. The fog is thick, and you can only see a few yards in front of you. You are rowing steadily, enjoying the solitude, trying to keep your course straight in the grey light. Suddenly, a dark shape emerges from the mist. It is another boat, moving fast, coming directly toward you. It is not changing course. You stop rowing. You feel the initial spike of alarm. You shout out into the fog. You yell for the other boat to steer away. But it keeps coming. The alarm turns to anger. How dare this person be so careless? Can they not see you? Do they think they own the river? You stand up in your small vessel, waving your arms, screaming insults at the incompetence of the other pilot. You are ready to fight. You are ready to demand an apology. Then came the impact. The other boat slams into yours with a heavy thud. Wood grinds against wood. Your boat rocks violently, threatening to capsize. You stumble, but catch your balance, your heart pounding with adrenaline and rage. You look down into the other boat, ready to unleash your fury upon the fool who caused this. But as you look over the gunwale, your words die in your throat. The boat is empty. There is no pilot. There is no careless enemy. There is no one to blame. The boat had simply slipped its knot upstream and drifted down with the current. It was guided only by the flow of the river and the blind forces of the wind. In that instant, your anger vanishes. It simply evaporates. You cannot be angry at a piece of wood. You cannot demand an apology from the wind. You might feel annoyance at the damage or frustration at the delay, but the burning personal rage is gone. This story comes from the ancient wisdom of the Taoist tradition. It is a simple parable, yet it holds a mirror to almost every conflict in our adult lives. Consider what happened in the story. The event was exactly the same. The collision happened. The danger was real. The boat was rocked. But your reaction depended entirely on one thing. It depended on whether you believed there was a who behind the what. When we believe there is a person steering the boat, we take the collision personally. We create a story about their intent. We assume they are stupid, malicious, or selfish. This story fuels our anger. It feeds the ego. The ego loves to be the victim because it validates our importance. If someone attacked us, we must matter. But when we see the boat is empty, the ego has no target. Without a target, the fire of rage cannot sustain itself. It burns out before it begins. Now, bring this image back into your daily life. Think of the last time you felt that surge of anger. Perhaps it was this morning on the highway. Someone swerved into your lane. Your immediate reaction was likely personal. You thought they were aggressive. You thought they disrespected your space. You tightened your grip on the wheel. You carried that tension with you for the next hour. But ask yourself this: what if that car was an empty boat? What if the driver was distracted by a sick child in the back seat? What if they were late for a job interview that would save them from bankruptcy? What if they were simply lost and panicked? In reality, their action had nothing to do with you. You were simply in the path of their storm. They were driven by the currents of their own life, by their own conditioning, by their own invisible struggles. They were not attacking you. They were barely aware of you. This is the hard truth we must face. Most people are not thinking about us. They are consumed by their own survival, their own fears, and their own desires. When your boss sends that curt, rude email, it feels like a slap in the face. But perhaps she is an empty boat, drifting under the pressure of her own superiors, carried by the current of stress. When your partner snaps at you over a small mistake, perhaps it is not about the mistake. Perhaps they are an empty boat, battered by fatigue or insecurity, crashing into the nearest object, which happens to be you. This perspective does not mean we allow others to walk over us. This is important to understand. If a drifting boat hits you, you still need to push it away. You still need to repair the damage to your hull. You may even need to shout a warning to others, but you do it with clarity, not with heat. You deal with the situation as a mechanic deals with a broken engine. You fix it. You steer around it. You do not waste your precious energy screaming at the metal. When we realize the boat is empty, we stop becoming the victim of every interaction. We stop giving strangers power over our internal peace. It creates a space between the stimulus and the response. In that space, we find freedom. We find the ability to observe the collision without being destroyed by it. Imagine how much energy you would save if you stopped looking for the pilot in every boat that bumps you. Think of the exhaustion that comes from being constantly offended. It is a heavy burden to carry the belief that the world is against you. It is a lonely path to walk, thinking that every misfortune is a personal slight. Dropping this burden is not just a relief, it is a necessity for a calm mind. The next time you feel that heat rising, pause. Take a single, deep breath. Visualize the river. See the other person not as a villain in your story, but as a piece of driftwood caught in a turbulent stream. Ask yourself the question, is this truly personal? Or is this just the wind blowing? Is this person acting out of malice toward me, or are they simply unconscious, acting out of their own pain and confusion? You will find that 9 times out of 10, the boat is empty. There is no master plan to ruin your day. There is only cause and effect, rippling through the complex web of human lives. Seeing this does not make the collision pleasant, but it makes it bearable. It allows you to keep your composure. It allows you to act with wisdom rather than react with fury. As you move through your week, try to hold this image in your mind. The office is a river. The city streets remain a river. The internet is a vast, chaotic ocean of empty boats crashing into one another. You cannot control the currents. You cannot control the wind. You cannot tie down every boat that drifts loose. The only thing you can control is your own vessel. You can keep your hand steady on the tiller, You can choose not to fill your boat with the heavy cargo of resentment. You can choose to navigate with eyes open, seeing things as they are, not as your ego fears them to be. The mist will always be there. Collisions will happen. That is the nature of the river. But the anger? The anger is optional. The anger is a choice you make when you forget the truth, and the truth is simpler than we admit. We are all drifting. We are all caught in currents we did not create. We are all, in our own moments of unconsciousness, the empty boat colliding with someone else. So, let the heavy emotions pass through you like the weather. Do not hold on to them. Do not claim them. Look at the situation with clear eyes. Push the drifting boat away gently. Adjust your course and keep rowing toward your destination. The river is wide and there is room enough for us all, if only we stop fighting the waves.